What is up, you weirdos, you freaks and fools, you geeks and ghouls? It is yours truly with another video review. Today it is
disturbing behavior.
And let's get on with it. Now, cast your mind back to 1998. MTV was the big music platform of the day, and Katie Holmes was the star of Dawson's Creek. It is not James Van Der Beek, it has always been Katie Holmes, where she played Joey Potter. And of course, that show was written by Kevin Williamson, who would later helm the Scream franchise. Katie Holmes, like one of my unrequited crushes, I had her as a desktop wallpaper at my place of work. You know what? You see her as Joey Potter, she's so sweet, so innocent, and then in this film, she's transformed into a sexy goth with a banging midriff. Thank you very much, David Nutter, who is also the director of this film, along with Mark Snow. Now, of course, you will know that combination because they worked on The X-Files, which was the big TV show of the day. Co-starring with Katie Holmes, James Marsden. Yeah, before he was Cyclops, he was Steve, the douche. Well, he's not even a douchebag, actually. He's a good preppy kid who gets beaten up, beats other people up, and then so on and so forth. It's a bit of a running gag in his film. Nick Stahl, who plays Gavin Strickland, fantastic actor. Glad to see that he's still going. I know he appeared in a recent series of Fear the Walking Dead, so he's kind of like this drugged out hippie who hangs out with a dog, who we only see once in the movie, then we never see again, so maybe he gave the dog some amphetamines and it passed out on the floor. I don't know. But the way this film begins, all I will say is if you're very fond of oral pleasure, you might have second thoughts when you see the opening scene. It's disturbing, like the title of the film, and hilarious at the same time. Now, before I carry on with the plot of the movie, I've got to mention two more stars. Bruce Greenwood, he's an absolute douchebag in this film, and Bill Sadler. Yeah, you remember him as Colonel Stewart, butt naked in Die Hard 2? Well, he's a cranky old janitor in this film, where he says things like, "You little shitheads." I can't tell you anything more about his character, but man, he gets the best props, he gets the best one-liners. He is terrific, not to be underestimated.
Hey! Teacher! Leave those kids alone!
And now, my little kittens, as the plot of this film unfolds, God, I sound like Mark Hamill from The Joker, we discover that Steve, along with his family members, are traveling from Chicago to a small town called Cradle Bay in Crescent Island. Heard of it? Me neither. So while he starts his first few days at school, this is a time, folks, when an actor in their 20s can still play somebody under that age convincingly, and James Marsden does that with aplomb. Now, he meets Rachel, as played by Holmes, and her kooky band of warriors, including a one Nick Stahl. Now, it's Stahl's character Gavin who explains the three cliques, not cliques, cliques, Americans, get it? So you have the greasers who like their mechanics, their cars, and you got the geeks who get turned on by the startup sound of their Apple Macs. Me personally, it's all about Microsoft Windows 10. Then you got the blue ribbons, varsity jacket wearing douche pools who look clean, they smell nice, all these sort of things. But of course, you get shades of the Stepford Wives. Remember that movie? Me neither. They are too good to be true. And we do later find out that they are not experimented on. They were formerly grade C students who have the potential to be grade A's. How do they do this, you ask yourself the question? Well, their parents have to enroll them into a program. And one of the weaknesses of the program is the fact that if they give in to their sexual desires, this triggers off a violent reaction within them to either hilarious or horrific consequences. And I will say no more at this point, but the music score by Mark Snow, to me, is not memorable enough. Do remember the various artists' soundtrack with contributions from Lars Ulrich, James Hetfield,
Metallica, yeah!
I gotta say, the various artists' OST on this film is fantastic. The Flies, I Got You Where I Want You. Then you got Harvey Danger with Flagpole Sitta, which was widely used to promote the film. I remember that clearly. I also remember as well pirating from Napster. Metallica fans, you can suck it. Now, the running time of this film is 1 hour and 25 minutes, and not a single frame is dropped, wasted, or buried. They all serve their purpose. Now, for review purposes and for my own collection, I decided to reacquire the DVD again. Now, you're thinking, why DVD, Jason? Why not the Regional 1? Well, the Regional 1 cover is basically the one behind me, but I do prefer the UK version, which was also the cinematic poster for the movie here. I like the red, I like the 3 leads on there, awesome. I will say, guys, do not watch the trailer before you watch the film, because the trailer gives away a massive spoiler. I can't believe they did that back in the 90s. They didn't have an epic voiceover either, which was a bit weird. So yeah, whatever you do, guys, watch the film first, then watch the trailer, and then you'll see what happens, because I hadn't seen this film in like, what, 10 years? And when I watched the trailer recently, I was like, oh god, that happened. Like, wow. So I will say the editing in this film is good, but it sometimes is too good. So guys, I want to talk about the running time of Disturbing Behavior. 1 hour and 20 minutes. I mean, how economical can you get? It's just like no frame is wasted. It's perfect. Today, you go to the cinema, you're going to watch a 2-hour plus movie, which might bore the shit out of you in places. So, I mean, today's all killer, no filler, or is it no filler, no killer? I can't remember now which one it is. But honestly, you know, when you see the running times of films like this back in the 90s, it is absolutely worth the price of admission, or to own the DVD afterwards. So I will say, if you haven't seen Disturbing Behavior, make sure you watch it. The 3 leads are terrific. Oh, also you got to count in Bill Sadler and Bruce Greenwood, because they are awesome altogether. It's a great ensemble piece. It's like one of the best ones I've seen. The only thing I'll say as well, some things don't get resolved, like the missing victims and the corrupt police chief, but I guess it's up to you to know what eventually does become of those characters. So guys, if you enjoyed my review today for Disturbing Behavior, leave a like, do subscribe, and you'll see me on my next video with reactions, reviews, and occasional rants.
You signed me up for the program?
We want what's best for you.
What about what I want?
Look, Steven, do you really like the way you feel?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Hasta la vista, baby.